Grrr, bows. Profit. Prodega making paper till the sun goes down. Do you dig me? Yo, listen. Off top, before you even type, just email me. Profit, PROFFITT 65 at gmail.com. Yo, I got you with the got you. I ain't gonna say it, but just know what I'm saying. Just duck my lingo. Just email the bull. It's my name, 65 at gmail.com, and I got you. But yo, watch the video and drop a like before you hating. But off top, man, this is the review of the RBE event. Hitman Holla versus Bill Collector. Okay, so this how I feel, right? I'm going to say this. I'm going to get a battle 2-1 Hitman, right? But I'm going to say it's debatable. I'm going to say I have to watch it a couple of times. It's debatable. But this comes with a lot of buts. Pause. This is how I feel. So Hitman goes first, right? Comes out with his first round. He does what we expect Hitman to do. He got about a 5-minute round total with crowd reaction, stuff like that. He's got some good punches. Some good punches. He did what you would expect Hitman to do in the first round, right? He delivered. He had good flow punches. Obviously, I said that already. But he was talking a lot about, just lumping Bill Collector up, stuff like that. The stuff that we would expect him to talk about first round. At first, I was kind of like debatable. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, you definitely might have to come harder than that, like with Bill, because Bill is such a character that I feel like, you gonna have to beat him with more than that, right? So first round, I was like, yo, this is an all right round for Hitman. I ain't mad at it. Bill Collector first round comes out swinging. I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like he clearly got the first round. I feel like Bill Collector clearly got the first round. He was breaking Hitman down to a science when it came to the whole. He broke down the entire fight situation, right? There was parts of it where at the very, very end, maybe the last 30, 45 seconds of it, I felt like he should have cut his round a little bit shorter. Same thing with Hitman. I felt like they started kind of to drag a little bit. A big part of that is kind of the crowd. The crowd was definitely, if you pay attention to the crowd, you're going to think that Bill Collector won the battle. But the crowd was like real, and it's that Atlanta crowd, man. Same thing as the URL with the Cassidy event. It's just kind of like, it's like they just want to hear jokes, and everybody know that Bill Collector got jokes, so of course they're reacting to a lot of that. So I think Bill Collector's first round was very solid, though. He broke down Hitman a lot, exposed a lot of the stuff about the situation that happened with him, the fight, obviously, that kind of stuff. He basically said Hitman was a fraud. He looked up to him. He did all these things. He reached out to him before he reached out to Ness, yada yada. Basically, he learned all his stuff from battle rap from Hitman. He looked up to him, and he was basically disappointed that Hitman, treated him the way he did, yada yada. Cool. Typical stuff we already knew he was going to talk about. Second round, Hitman comes out. And I will say this. Hitman's second round was very consistent. He obviously talked more about lumping him up, a lot of gun bars, nothing really too crazy personal from him or anything like that. But it was very, very consistent through and throughout. It was the shortest round of all his rounds, and it meshed really well, and it made it so it didn't drag. So I think that he clearly got the second. To me, that was Hitman's, I think, best, like, from front to back round, personally. Bill Collector came out his second round, and I was hoping, bro. I feel like this. I feel like Bill Collector could have easily taken this battle. Like, I feel like what Bill Collector would have had to do was his first round do exactly what he did, expose Hitman as being the fake tough guy that, everybody always says, blah, blah, blah. Admitted to the fact that he admitted his defeat essentially like that. And, et cetera, et cetera. Well, the problem with Bill Collector is he was dragging it. He just kept going on and on and on and on about the same shit. The second round, he tried to take an angle at Show Out where he was breaking Show Out down, basically like, yo, your brother be exposing you online, yada yada. And it was just like, it was cool if he would have stayed to that, but then he just kept going on to the fight situation, and it just kept being and it was just dragging. So that's the reason why I had to, take tick marks off his second round. It just wasn't there for me. It wasn't hitting. Third round, Hitman obviously went first. Hitman's third round again was another consistent round. It was solid. There was some terrible bars. Like, he had this bar about being a head on top of your head like Rick Ross's chain. That bar was garbage. He had a lot of knot bars. Those were just kind of like, everybody heard a million knot bars already, so we already kind of know, you're gonna come with that. That was just so like mediocre-esque that it was just kind of like, whatever, bro. But it was consistent. It was, watching the third round, you kind of already knew the way that Bill Collector was writing for this battle was that his entire angle for the entire battle was going to be the fight. And with that being said, that third round with Hitman kind of, it seemed like he saved his best 2 rounds for last, because it was like he knew that that Bill Collector was going to tire himself out a lot in the first, and that's exactly what happened. Like, Bill Collector just did that, because comeback third round, Bill Collector just, just dragging. It was just jokey, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Bill Collector. I know that's what he does. I love that about him. But it was just like, for the biggest battle of your life, you would think that this would be the one that you would try to particularly break down him the most, because the way he, was going with the style and all that kind of stuff worked. It was working, and it was winning the crowd and stuff like that. But I will say this, I think this battle has a ton of replay value. Like, I feel like this is one of those battles where you can watch over and over again, and I don't know. I think, like I said, I think it's 2-1 Hitman, but I definitely feel like, in reality, though, I definitely feel like it may be debatable watching it a couple of times again, just because there was a lot of spots where Hitman had that word dry, bars that weren't hitting as much, but Hitman had a really good performance. I think, personally, this is the best performance that I've seen him have for a while. Like, as far as consistency goes, I won't say it's like, obviously not his biggest and best platform, stuff like that, but like, as far as his bars and hearing him go, like, I thought he was really good. The way I feel about Hitman is always decent. There's times, though, where I just feel like he kind of gets redundant and stuff like that, and I just think that Hitman, he came with a solid 3 rounds, and that's really all I could ask for him, and that's kind of why he edged Bill to me, because Bill just, it was too much of the joke, too much of the, yo, you on Wildin' Out, I should be on Wildin' Out, and it's like, bro, we don't care about that shit, Bill. And be honest with you, man. Like, we know you funny, we know you a comedian and all that kind of stuff, but we kind of wanted to hear you rap against Hitman, because this is your opportunity. This is what you've been asking for the last, like you said, 7 years. So it's just kind of like, what you gonna do, man? But that's what I have for the battle, dog. Off top, like I said, email me, man. You know what I'm saying? Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video. We could argue if you watched it. Let me know. If you feel like Bill won, whatever, we could argue. We could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is, bro. That's what it ain't. You know what I mean? Grr, bow.